said he was defective, a Cane Corso with no protective instinct, the ultimate genetic failure. At just 5 months old, they chained him to his shelter gate at 2 a.m. and walked away, leaving him shivering in the dark like discarded trash. The breeder's final words echoed in the cold night air. He's worthless, won't even guard a doorway. But at 3:42 a.m. on a random Tuesday night, when an intruder's shadow crept across Elena's bedroom window, this 140-pound lapdog did something nobody saw coming. Not the neighbors who'd laughed at him, not Elena who'd rescued him, not even Zen himself. The shelter workers found him the next morning, his small body curled into the tightest ball possible, pressed against the cold metal gate like he was trying to disappear entirely. At 5 months old, Zen should have been learning to guard, to intimidate, to embody everything a Cane Corso was bred to be. Instead, he rolled over for belly reps. The breeder had tested him for weeks. Loud noises, staged threats, protective scenarios, and Zen failed every single one. No growl, no aggression, just confusion and an eagerness to please that made the breeder's blood boil. The shelter listed him immediately with a brutally honest bio. Cane Corso, 5 months, extremely gentle, no protective instincts, needs experienced owner who understands he will not be a guard dog. 47 people looked at his kennel, 47 people walked past. Elena wasn't even looking for a dog when she saw his post. Her German Shepherd, Thor, had died 1 year earlier, and the emptiness still gnawed at her daily. Then she saw Zen's photo, those deep brown eyes staring directly at the camera, vulnerable and completely unguarded. Something cracked open in her chest. When she reached into his kennel, Zen didn't bark or back away. He pressed his head into her palm, then flopped onto his back, exposing his round puppy belly, 4 paws in the air like a complete fool. "Please tell me you understand he's not a guard dog," the shelter worker said. Elena scratched that soft belly, watching Zen's eyes close in pure bliss. "I don't need a guard dog," she whispered. "I just need a friend." The first week home was chaos. Zen galloped through the house like a small horse, his oversized paws sliding on hardwood, his tail clearing coffee tables in single swipes. Months passed. Zen grew. By his first birthday, he'd hit 140 pounds of solid muscle, intimidating to everyone except anyone who actually met him. If you're watching this and haven't subscribed yet, I have to say I'm a little heartbroken. Stories like this need your support. Stories that prove love doesn't fit into boxes. Hit that subscribe button right now. You won't regret it. Late one night, walking home from the park, Zen suddenly stopped dead in his tracks. His ears shot forward, his entire body went rigid. A man emerged from the shadows ahead, walking directly toward them. And for the first time in his life, Zen growled. Not loud, not aggressive, just a low, rumbling warning. He stepped in front of Elena, placing his body between her and the approaching stranger. The man quickly crossed the street. Elena knelt down, cupping Zen's massive head in her hands. "I thought you didn't have it in you," she whispered, tears in her eyes. Zen looked at her like he was just as surprised as she was. The neighborhood had opinions. "That's a Cane Corso?" the woman next door asked, watching Zen chase butterflies in the yard. "He acts like a puppy." Another neighbor was more direct. "I heard those dogs are supposed to be protective. Yours just wanted to lick my toddler's face." Elena smiled tightly, but doubt crept in during quiet moments. What if they were right? What if Zen really was broken? Some genetic misfire that left him fundamentally incomplete. Zen had his routines. Every morning, he'd army crawl into Elena's bed, 140 pounds, moving with the stealth of a glacier, and press his enormous head onto her pillow until she woke up. Every night, without fail, he'd curl up on the floor beside her bed, his massive body taking up more space than most adults. Elena had stopped trying to keep him in his own bed. He'd just wait until she was asleep, then sneak back in, moving with surprising stealth for a dog the size of a small bear. It became their rhythm, their unbreakable bond. Then came that Tuesday. Ordinary in every way. Dinner, a walk, Netflix, bed. Elena fell asleep around 11 p.m. with Zen's soft snoring providing the soundtrack. The house settled into its usual creaks and groans. Outside, the street was silent, dead, empty. At 3:42 a.m., a shadow moved across the bedroom window. Slow, deliberate, testing. The window was old, the lock questionable. The shadow knew this, had watched, had waited. The window began to slide open, just an inch, testing resistance, listening for alarms, for dogs, for any sign of awareness. Nothing, just darkness and opportunity. And then Zen woke up. His eyes snapped open in the darkness, instantly alert. He lifted his head, nostrils flaring, every muscle coiling tight. Zen stood slowly, staring at the window, at the fingers gripping the frame. For 3 seconds, he didn't move, just stood there, as instincts he didn't know he possessed suddenly roared to life. What happened next wasn't training. It was something ancient, buried deep inside him. Zen's chest expanded, and he unleashed a bark that shattered the 3:42 a.m. silence like a bomb, a continuous, primal explosion of sound that rattled windows and set off car alarms. The shadow vanished instantly. Footsteps pounded, gone. Elena shot upright. She saw him standing at the window, every inch of his 140 pounds locked in guardian mode. This was a Cane Corso. When the police came, they found scratches on the window frame. "That bark saved your life," the officer said. Elena knelt down, wrapping her arms around Zen's neck. "Everyone said you were defective," she whispered. Zen licked her face, already back to being himself. Being a guardian doesn't mean being aggressive. Zen protected Elena every day, with his presence, his warmth. He just saved the bark for when it mattered. Zen still sprawls across the couch, still demands belly rubs, but Elena sleeps soundly now. Sometimes the defective ones are exactly who you need. If this story touched your heart, hit that subscribe button. Would you judge Zen by his breed or his heart? Tell me in the comments. If this moved you, hit that like button.